Hello everybody, Jim here with Sunrise Farm. Welcome back to our farm. In this video we're going to take a look at these 5 pumpkin plants that we had that were kind of an experiment for us. You've kind of followed along from the time we planted them, kind of through the stages of them growing. And now we're basically at the harvest. Technically there's a week to go, but a lot of the plants, the main stems, the main roots have, or vines have split. And they're not really getting any nutrients. They're dying back, as you can probably tell from this video, from this shot. I'm going to bring you closer to where the vines are, and we're going to harvest all these pumpkins and go ahead and pull these out. We're going to fix the mound back up, and we're going to put a few. I have 2 different watermelons I'm going to plant. One's going to be out in the far plot because I got more of those, and they're a very short day variety watermelon. They're just round. And in here, I'm going to plant one called Wilson Sweet. I'm just going to put a handful in, maybe about 8 plants that I already had seed started. They got a little leggy on me, so I'm not really sure how they're going to perform. But either way, we're going to just put them right here, back in this area, and with the pumpkins, because by the time they come to flowering stage, these other ones right here will be completely done. As far as the very first trial run of watermelons we planted. Now these, I didn't know at the time, are hybrids, so they can't be seed saved. Let me bring you in closer. We'll go ahead and harvest the pumpkins, pull the plants. I got my tractor sitting there so that I can put the stuff right in the bucket. The vines and stuff will all just go onto my compost pile. And yeah, so let me bring you in. And by the way, you can see part of that compost pile right there. And then this is where those watermelons all start. So this is nothing but a watermelon carpet. And there is probably easily 20 to 30 watermelons up in there. And those leaves hide those watermelons very well. But we're going to be picking them this weekend in just a couple of days. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if the camera picks it up real well, but as I was saying, most of these main vines where the roots are have split. It is split right here. It is split wide open right here. And most of them have done this. So we're just going to go ahead and pull them because this experiment to us is done. So we're just going to go ahead and start harvesting the pumpkins out. And then we're going to cut the vines out and go ahead and get rid of this mess and prep it for those Wilson Sweet watermelon to see how they do. I'm testing a few things. Obviously I'm testing different varieties. I'm testing their length to harvest, their sweetness, so I know later on, what ones I want to grow for us and for market. But I'm also, in a sense, testing the my season length. So to know how late I can plant something, if the Farmer's Almanac is correct in this case. And if y'all have never looked at your local Farmer's Almanac, I would highly recommend you do so. It's got some really great information. So there's one. And you definitely want to harvest them with as much stem left as you can. Some of these don't appear to be quite ripe yet. They should ripen up some on the off vine, just sitting on the, probably just gonna sit them on my porch, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna put the pumpkins right in my tractor bucket so I can move them. Here's one that didn't even start to turn. Well, it actually did. On the very bottom it started to turn. It may or may not make it, but that's all right. Some of these pumpkins are pretty small, but like I said, some of them are about the size of a soccer ball kind of thing. All right, and there you can see the pumpkin harvest. Out of these 5 plants, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, plus one we picked about a week ago along with the watermelon just to see where we were at. It too was a little underripe, but it was close. So technically out of these 5 plants, we got 16 pumpkins. varying in size. I'd say about half of them, maybe a little more than half, but about half of them are about the size of a soccer ball. Then these are slightly less, bigger than a softball, but slightly less than a soccer ball. These are probably more about the size of a softball, just to kind of give a mental reference. A lot of sports references there. All right, so let's go to taking the vines out. So my understanding is that these vines, the roots on them can actually go pretty deep. So I'm curious. I don't really know. On the big pumpkins that can get up to like 100 pounds, like Big Macs and all, which I have some to try and plant. I may not be able to squeeze them in this year just to just to test them. But I wanted to know how deep these go. But they say some of those Big Macs ones can get 6-7 feet deep. That's pretty amazing that those roots can go that deep. Now, if you see, my drip tape water line is still right there. So let's just see what we got. Whoa. I am amazed. That's all that came out of the ground. Wonder if all of them are going to be like that. I'm blown away because I expected a lot more, a lot deeper than that. You mean to tell me that's all it took to grow those pumpkins like that? Praise God. I'm amazed. Do a little weeding while I'm at it. Yeah, you can tell these vines are just ripping away from the main stem. All right, this one's pretty big and thick. Let's see. Oh no, this one's a little, oh yeah, this one's deeper, for sure. That one was way more meaty. It's still got a big old vine in there. All right, let's keep going. Oh, that one feels pretty deep and thick. Oh, that's the thickest one of them all. So this compost has been the trick. All right, well, I appreciate you watching this. I'm gonna go ahead and put the pumpkins up. I'm gonna clear up all this stuff, throw it on the compost pile. Go ahead and clean up my mound. Obviously up in there, I'm gonna till up when I get the tiller. I'm gonna till in this area here. I've got one drip line there for the cantaloupe exposed where I can pull it back and get some tiller in there, plus one for the tomatoes. And there's as you saw, there's a drip line down this mound of compost. So I'm just gonna fix up this mound. We're gonna put those Wilson sweet watermelon in here and see how they do. And also in the meantime, let me just fan a little this way. And then also in the meantime, I'm going to finish putting that leaf mulch right in there, especially after I get all of this out of there and tilled up. I might even not have to till it because the ground cover was pretty thick with the pumpkin vines. So I might just be able to just leaf mulch it right away. Actually, it looks like I probably can now that I say that. But anyway, I just wanted to thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing how the pumpkins came out. For a 5-plant test run, I thought it came out pretty good. Please like this video if you like it, subscribe, share it with others, give me a thumbs up. Take care, God bless you. Have an amazing day.